Yeah, I'm back with the fucked up quality and the limited storage. Yeah. Alright, so, anyways, I like to watch real life trials. Like the Take Care of Maya trial is going on in Florida. The Boy in the Box trial is going on in Florida. And but there's this one case, it's called the mother stabbed trial or whatever. Excuse me. The defendant's name is Sydney Powell. She was a young lady. She was like 19, 20, and she stabbed her mother. The story is she was in college. I think she was a sophomore. Something happened where her mental health started declining. She literally failed. She was doing really good, straight A student or AB student, whatever. The first semester, second semester came and she totally went from like a DF student, um, very like introverted, but long story short is the school, the college she was going to, they were trying to give her a chance. They put her on probation. She was in a sorority. She was living in the dorms. So they put her on probation, like go home, try to like figure it out, come back, we'll give you another chance. She came back and she failed the next semester, so she got expelled. She doesn't live that far from the college, university, wherever. I guess like an hour away. So she did have a car, and she had came home like a week early from spring break, and they have like this ringer security system, and the dad was seeing, he was getting alerts on his phone that his daughter was home. I was like, what? Like, isn't she supposed to be in college? Like, what's going on? So, she was just making up lies and excuses, but it was like getting close to like halfway through the school year. So she kept making a pattern of like coming home early, like out of nowhere. They also saw that there was records of her staying at motels, hotels, like literally the slums, like Red Roof Motel 6. Okay, I think it was like a Days Inn or something. That's like the best one. Anyways, she came home. The daddy saw, this was like the third or fourth time. He was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna call her. I'm just gonna like pop up. You know what I mean? He left his phone at his office because they all had the app on their phone where they all had each other's locations. So he didn't want to bring his phone because it would show that he's moving closer to home, and he didn't want to try to like give his daughter like a heads up so she could try to make up a lie, you know what I mean, because they already felt like something was going on. So he caught her off guard. She was talking to him pretty much lying. You know, she said some bullshit. I don't know what she said, but the dad said, "Oh, we'll get through this. Just like, go to your room, relax, da da da." Ciao. Hold on. He tells the mama. The mama is a nurse. She works with kids like, like St. Jude, stuff like that. The mother is she works with kids, so she's not the type to raise her voice or not be understanding. They was the father was saying her and her mother had a very close relationship, which is why the dad called the mom to let her know, hey, your daughter needs you. I think this is more your speed, because you're more understanding and soft, and you and Sydney, y'all have like that closeness. So I feel like this is a conversation that you should have with Sydney. Something's going on in school. We didn't go into depth, but I feel like this is your route. So the mama didn't waste no time. She came home. She talked to Sydney, but she already had a weird feeling that she was lying for the past 5 to 6 months. You know what I mean? So Sydney and the mama had a conversation. She tried to pull that shit, the same shit she put on her daddy. She tried to pull it on her mama. Brenda, that's the mama name. And Brenda, after she spoke with her daughter, she was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and call the school. You know what I mean? So she called the school. She got in touch with the dean and the assistant dean or whatever the fuck. And they were saying, yeah, Sydney is expelled. As soon as they said that, Sydney is behind her and she hits her mama on the top of the head with a goddamn frying pan. Her mom is not yelling. She's not mad. She's not the type to beat her ass. She's grown. This girl is grown. Okay? The dean, the people on the phone, they hear a loud bang. They're saying, hello, hello. Hang up. They're calling back. Calling back. The third time they call back, Sydney picks up the phone. Hi, Howard. This is Brenda. Sorry for the disconnection. She trying to sound like a mama. The dean, they're like, Sydney, we know this is you. Where's your mom? She hurry up and hangs up the damn phone. Okay? Now, in the midst of that, the time between when the dean hung up, they heard the Powell, the frying pan. They hung up and they called 3 times. In the midst of that, she had stabbed her mother 30 times. So she got a kitchen knife, stabbed her mother 30 times, and dragged her mother into her bedroom. So when she picked up the phone, it would be quiet. They wouldn't hear no moaning or yelling, nothing like that. But they already knew. They already knew something was up. So they go ahead and call the police. And they call the police. They call the police department. Whatever county Sydney and her people live in, that's the police department they call. They said what happened. They said, I feel like, somebody's in danger. Well, we know someone's in danger. You know, whatever we just heard just gave us a weird feeling and we need someone to go over there and check. Okay. The daddy, he is good friends with one of the police officers in their county's police department. So one of the police officers, he's at work and he hears over the radio the address and the concern. He was like, wait, I know the Powells. Let me go ahead and call my homie and see what's going on with the family, making sure they're okay. Called the daddy. The daddy don't know what the fuck's going on. What? What are you talking about? I just talked to my daughter and my wife like 10 minutes ago. What you mean the police on their way? So he turns his ass around. He was on his way back to work. Okay, because he called his wife and told the wife, I need you to handle this. It's something important. So he just went back to work. He thought the wife was going to handle it. Now he had to make a bust of you and go back home because Sydney then stabbed the goddamn lady. In the midst of the sirens and all that shit, the dad is calling Sydney, and the dad is like, Sydney, what's going on? And she's like, nothing, Dad. Me and Mom are just chilling, we're talking. And the dad was like, Sydney, the police is on the way to the house. What happened? I don't know. They broke in the house, and then somebody broke in the house, and I don't know what happened. This bitch done hung up the phone after she done told her daddy, the police is here. Hung up the phone. The police really wasn't there yet. She done broke out the damn window. And then when the police, there was an intruder. There was a black guy who ran. Bitch, you're lying. Okay. The mama dad. The police come, ambulance come. The dad is like, Sydney, what happened? What happened? She's comatose. She on the ground. She's on the ground acting like she's mentally retarded. Okay. There's been a lot of cases like this with these young girls straight out of high school ruining their lives. These entitled little bitches. Okay, Alexi Trevejo, she killed her baby. That bitch, she literally gave birth in the goddamn hospital bathroom. Didn't yell, bit the goddamn umbilical cord like a goddamn animal. In less than 30 minutes, in 18 minutes, had the baby, bit the goddamn umbilical cord like a goddamn animal, and wrapped her newborn baby underneath the goddamn trash can. Blood everywhere. This bitch then had a baby and then went back to the goddamn hospital room like, yeah, so my back hurts so much. This bitch just had a baby. Okay? Everybody's trying to fucking cape for this bitch. She going to college and shit like nothing even happened. Girl, you're about to go to prison. Why the fuck would you even enroll in college? These bitches are living in La La Land. Another one. I don't know the bitch name, but her mama, it was a small little white bitch, and she was drunk driving. It was like 5:45 in the morning. She had her boyfriend in the car and some black boy, her friend, in the car. And you can tell he's the token black friend. He's the one that hangs out with all the white kids, okay? She was probably fucking both of them. I don't forgot the girl name, but she literally pressed her gas on the pedal and killed both them boys. And she survived. She trying to act like she innocent too. Okay? And these young females, I don't know what the fuck the parents are doing, but money is not gonna save these little hoes. They're spending the rest of their life in prison. Okay, coming back to Sydney, this whole thing happened in 2020. Okay, the stabbing of the mother. She just got sentenced like 2 weeks ago. So the whole time she was out on bond, staying with her grandmother on her mom's side. The mama had Sydney white ass on her farm for 3 years. It took 3 years for this trial to pop off. The bitch had the audacity to walk into court with black goddamn nails on. The bitch got sentenced to 15 years. Okay. She got sentenced to 15 years only because her family was showing so much grace. They're like, if we would have it our way, we wouldn't press charges on Sydney. Let me tell you what really happened. Okay, I got the tea. I know somebody that's real close in that case. I'm not gonna name no names. But there was an interview of a juror that went on court TV, and they were saying that all of the evidence was not disclosed to the jury. And that happens a lot, actually, and in trials, especially high profile trials, murders, whatever the fuck. They withhold certain evidence and they push certain evidence. The reason why the state and the defense may agree on withholding certain evidence is because it may trickle down into a whole different rabbit hole, and it will open up a way bigger box, and it will kind of deter the jury from the actual goal of the charges and what they need to be focused on. So that's a big reason why. But for this Sidney Powell case, I feel like if all the evidence would have been displayed, then there would have been a bigger, I don't know. Let me tell you what the tea is with the Sidney Powell case, okay? I got the tea, yeah. I'm a real big fucking enthusiast when it comes down to real life trials and parole hearings. Like, I'm kind of over the interrogation thing and somebody breaking down the body language and all that shit. I'm over that JCS inspired bullshit. Mandu, he has his channel where he focuses on parole hearings. I always want to hear after the fact. There's another channel called Jail Calls from Prison. Good ass channels. I love hearing shit like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay? So, the tea is Sidney Powell was a private school. She went to private school, okay? She went to a Catholic, Christian, whatever. It was a religious school. Very sheltered. If you know anybody who's ever been homeschooled or been to Catholic school or all girls school, boarding school, you already know they're very, very sheltered. Okay? So, Sydney already there, her teacher went on the stage and was saying she was already kind of like a person who gets scared to prevent in front of the class. She gets anxiety, she'll have a panic attack. In 5th grade, holding up a science board, the bitch will literally have a panic attack and she'll get excused. Because at that Catholic school, you literally go there from pre-K all the way to 12th grade. So them teachers know you. They know your family. You see them every Saturday and Sunday at Bible school and all this shit. So she would really get coddled. And I'm filming right now, Mom. You're going to have to wait. I'm filming. Okay. So shit, what the fuck was I saying? God damn it. Anyways, the bitch was sheltered. Okay. She got to college. It was still like kind of a Christian kind of college, but you have freedom. Okay, you're literally independent. She was in a sorority. She was pretty much doing everything her friends were doing. You know, she was good freshman year. Sophomore year is where she started feeling herself. Sophomore year, she started going out a little bit more, started to try to get a little bit more attention from the frat boys. She was in a sorority, which means she was getting invited to a lot of parties, a lot of drinking. Her and her friends got roofied. They were already on some type of substance. I don't know if it was ecstasy or what. Acid, I don't remember. They was already on something, but then they got roofied. And Sydney, it fucked Sydney up. Hence why she went from an AB student and then literally the next semester DF. That's what happened. She got caught up in the peer pressure and all that shit. When she got to college, she was on her own, and the bitch got roofied. Her people never taught her to put a napkin in a straw over her cup. I mean, everybody knows that trick. Put a napkin and a straw in it. If you're gonna set your cup down and you're gonna come back to it, might as well not even come back to it. Throw that shit out. If you set your cup down and you turn away, throw it out. She never had nobody come like talk to her like that, teach her that shit. Cause the mama thought, oh, you know, she's in a Christian school, she ain't doing nothing. No, that's where y'all be fucking up at. They're not these little girls. They are fucking, they are doing drugs. And she didn't want her mama to know that. She was partying a little bit too hard, fucked around, got roofied, probably got raped, who knows. That's the tea to that. Gonna put a pin in it. Bitch, I gagged you. That's the real gag. And fuck with me. Y'all need to start motherfucking subscribing and commenting something. Like, I'm not even that type of bitch, but like, honestly, y'all gonna keep motherfucking like watching my shit, like, interact, do something. Goddamn.